Hi guys, I'm Asaf, this is Itai, and today we're going to react to Take My Chance by Doll Boxx. This was requested by Dan W60, a frequent commenter and supporter of the show. Thank you very much, Dan. We appreciate yet another request.
Yep, thank you, Dan. Much appreciated.
よろしくお願いします。みんなこんばんは。あなたのハートを箱詰めしちゃうドールズボックスです。よろしくお願いします。お願いします。それでは私たちの歌聴いてください。せーの、Take my chance!
Funny.
愛が
The previous times we've covered Doll Boxx were all live performances. This is the first time we're doing a music video, and I'm not sure if this is a regular thing for Doll Boxx or not, but it's like the Gacharic spin side took over a little bit with that intro.
Yeah,
you know, it's their kind of humor. They're just really funny and fun, and they like to muck around. It's a shame we didn't have subtitles for that, because I don't know what they were saying there, but I still found it funny.
Yeah, I kind of missed a few words there.
Yeah, but as soon as they started singing and all in unison, it was like, yeah,
it was like an a cappella setting. They're all around the mic, and you're like, they're not playing the instrument. Oh, it's a music video.
But it was a little bit like a cappella-ish, and then the sort of harder rock came into it, and then the synth sounds, you know, started coming in, and it was like, oh, it's like a goodness on top of goodness, you know. Like, I'm loving this.
Yeah, you kind of knew what to anticipate. You see them like being ditzy, and you kind of know that the roaring is imminent. It's almost like DNA splicing. You can hear Fuki's voice wrapping around everything and piercing through and being very present. And you can hear the guitar spin element in it. You can distinctly identify it. Yeah.
There's a lot more splicing in here because they went through so many different styles so far.
Yep.
And it's amazing how they go from one to the other seamlessly.
Yeah.
Because it started out, and then, like I said, it gave us this kind of a rocking thing after that sort of a cappella bit. And then it went into synth sounds of, almost like an 80s rock, and then it started, with Koga, doing her bass. It wasn't a solo, but it was very, very noticeable. So, and there was almost like a rap bit there, which is kind of like a Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of funk rock. And, and then it changed again into this sort of harder, with a bit of the screaming from Hannah. And then it went back into pop, and then into rock, and then it's almost like it has like an epic, maybe stadium rock sound in bits, and then it goes back to something else, and you know what I mean? It just moves around so much, but it's just so enjoyable.
Yeah.
Other bands have tried this and have come up with all kinds of mess. When they put it together, it's just fantastic.
I think it testifies to some extent how well they are able to read each other during rehearsals in a level that they know what they're going to get from their members, from the other members. That's what makes them being able to shift styles and play around and make it sound so good.
Yeah, and there was something we commented about with that sort of 3 live songs we did of theirs, and that is that Doll Boxx seems darker than Guitar Spin.
Yeah,
maybe not necessarily darker than Unlucky Morpheus, but something dark and sort of a little bit harder about them.
Yeah,
and here they're a little bit more a mix, I think, of all these things. But just fantastic. I love this band.
Yeah, I did too. Glancing at the lyrics, you can kind of get a somewhat positive vibe. There's pain in the lyrics themselves, but there's a positive vibe. There's a hopeful vibe in it.
Song is about when certain things, probably referring to romantic relationships, fail. Don't be afraid to try again. Don't take a chance, get back on the horse, that kind of thing.
I think in there lies the positive vibe of the song, because unrequited love or failed love can be detrimental to some people, and they're strong enough. I mean, the person who wrote the song is strong enough push through and move on with it. I think it's a good message.
And like I said, you know, fair love, romantic, whatever. It's one way to look at it. I think when I looked at the lyrics at first, away from the song, and maybe when I read about halfway through the song, I still didn't think it was about romantic relationships at that point. I think I thought it was more about taking a chance on yourself, you know. If you try things and you face obstacles and things don't work out, don't give up, you know, keep going. And I thought this was to do with their, you know, their musical journey and everything. And then later into the song, I realized, okay, it's talking about a romantic thing, but I think it's also a general thing. To do with, you know, it's not how hard you fall, it's how quickly you get up, that kind of thing.
Use an example from the regular trope in romantic films where a woman gets her heart broken and she swords off men. I'm done with men, she says. We're used to that scene to see in films. So this song advocates against it. Don't do that. Deal with your experience and don't lose hope, because real love is out there. It actually says that in so many words in the lyrics.
With the actual performance, I was going to say before, it made me giggle when we saw it, but that side by side of Hannah and Rihanna, I was like, oh my god, it's like the two most energetic people in the world in one frame playing their instruments, going nuts. I was like, this is fantastic. And Tomazo's short but sweet solo, you know, she's like amazing, you know, because she goes in and out of her solos fairly quickly. You know, she's like, she doesn't overstay, she doesn't prolong it just to get, you know, more camera time or whatever. She does her thing. She's like, to me, she looks like the happiest person in the world.
I mean, it kind of connects to what I said about their reading each other. She knows how to enter her slot within the song to bring what she needs to bring, and then get out and let the song naturally progress.
Yeah, I mean, it goes for probably each member of the band, but maybe a little bit more for her. That it puts a smile on my face every time. Every time I see her, I smile.
To be continued.
Oh, is it?
Thank you very much, Dan. I think I kind of figured it out about the outfits, because the second section, the parallel section where they're all dressed like mature women, I think maybe it's an introspective thing, telling themselves to be mature, or
maybe
deciding to be mature.
Or that relationships and having feelings for someone turns you into like a little girl. You know what I mean? Like you become somewhat softer or whatever when you're in love, and all the rest of it. You say, snap out of it, you know, be a woman and move on. I don't know. Maybe it's interesting. There was also like an element of like almost like a video game to this, you know, the way they were behaving, a little bit of those sounds at the end as well.
Interesting as well, because it's all a game, maybe.
Yeah. I just love their attitude. They're always like so positive, and you can just see how much they love what they do, and they love, you know, doing it you know, together as a band. You know, these girls must get along so well.
Yeah.
You know, just from the way they come off in live performances and in videos and all the rest of it. Just awesome. Thanks, Dan. Yeah. Another great choice. Well done.
If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. Share our stuff. We will be forever grateful to you. And also hit us up in the comments. Let us know, what do you think about Take My Chance by Doll Boxx? Did you like it as much as we did? Let us know. Also, let us know what you would like to see us do next. We will do our best to comply. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, lyrically, it's a bit of a doozy, as you know, all of his songs tend to be. They're quite complex, and they could go in many different directions. Depends on, you know, his intent, and his intent sometimes has to do with the band. Like you need to really know a lot more about them and about things that he's referring to.
Yeah,
you know, it's almost like I don't know, like somebody's inside joke. You got to know the reference.
Yeah. There's hidden things in here.
As always, thank you guys. We appreciate you more than you know. Thanks again, Dan, for another awesome request. And yes, we will see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.